Good evening, New Yorkers. I'm Lindsay Harbor. Welcome to the premiere of New York Talk. This show is a community awareness program that will help you discover and learn more about this wonderful and exciting city we live in, New York City. On today's episode, we take a helicopter ride, a jet ski tour in New York Harbor, experience an absolutely breathtaking view of New York from the world's highest glass balcony, experience a new party sensation, fly in a stunt plane, take a horse and buggy ride in Central Park, and a lot more. We've got a great show ahead of us, so we hope you will stay tuned while we take a quick break. When we come back, I will be joined by my two beautiful co-hosts, and we will do a full and comprehensive review of some of the most exciting activities in the metropolitan area. So don't go too far because it's going to be a wild ride. See you in 60 seconds.
What? Oh.
Welcome back. I'm Lindsay Harbor, and these are our two fabulous New York Talk field reporters.
Hi, everyone. I'm Summer Moran.
Hi, I'm Callie Duboff.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us here in studio today. I've seen video of your assignments, and I must say they're very interesting, and you guys did a great job with them. I'm so excited to hear firsthand about your experiences. Okay, ladies, with your consent, may we proceed?
Of course.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, we start the show from above with aerial views of New York, one of the most amazing cities in the world. Summer, can you tell us about your helicopter tour over New York with Heli NY Sightseeing?
Yes, of course. So, Heli NY Sightseeing is located in Linden, New Jersey. And they provide private helicopter tours as well as charter flights. Our New York Talk team got to go and have our own private helicopter ride. It was one of the coolest experiences of my entire life. Now, I admit I was a little nervous going in because I had never been in a helicopter before, and it had been a while since I'd been on a plane even, so I didn't quite know what to expect. But as soon as we got up there, it was super smooth, and having the crew with me, it was just like a big old party in the sky. When you're in there and you're looking out the windows, you are so close to everything, and it's such a smooth ride. You didn't even feel a thing. So really an amazing experience for me. One of my favorite parts was wearing the headphones. That's how you communicate with everyone else in the helicopter because it's so loud.
You feel very official, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, I loved it.
That's so fun, Summer. Would you do it again?
In a heartbeat, yeah.
So another great flying experience for New York Talk was the offer we received from the Bethpage Air Show at Jones Beach for an exclusive media flight with one of the air show's stunt pilots. Our producer, Barry Simon, fit all of the criteria to fly as part of this special media opportunity.
See a red extra off your right side. They're going in runway 32, set up 52522.
Your stomach muscles really tight. Try and push some blood up into your head if you've never felt it before. Here we go. You can look to the left. Look at the left wing now. And you get an idea what we're doing pitch-wise. We're coming up on the top now. We're passing inverted. Lowest point, lowest G. Now the G will start building again. Throw your head back and look up at the horizon. All the way back at the horizon. And here comes positive. Wow. And right back to the horizon. How was that? How do we do? We did good. That was good? Yes. You liked it? I did.
Viper 80 Alpha on my tree 2, line up and wait, traffic mile and a quarter. Viper 80 Alpha. Alpha, line up and wait.
Whoa. How we doing?
We're doing good.
Awesome.
Hey Barry, so how was the experience, brother?
Well, my flight instructor, David Windmiller, took me up. I was able to fly. I flew inverted, and the plane was ultra responsive. You probably only wanted, from a student pilot's point of view, you only wanted a couple of fingers on the yoke, and it was a little bumpy, so it was really difficult. But again, when we were flying inverted and I had the plane, it was doing the opposite to what I was accustomed and trained to do.
Okay.
But other than that, it was flying a sports car.
This is Major Kyle Oliver, Thunderbird 6, the team's opposing solo, and you're watching New York Talk.
Well, it sounds like he had a great time, that's for sure. Ladies, I have to ask, did you volunteer for this assignment?
I did, but I was unfortunately unavailable that day, and I'm very upset.
Sure, Callie, sure.
I did not. I have no qualms saying that you cannot catch me doing that.
Okay. All right, well, we'll keep you for some other assignments. You know, maybe I would have done that in my wild days. I think I would get back out there again if they'd let me
And
here.
we would support you 100%.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yes.
you to the stunt pilot, David Windmiller, too. And thank you to our very own producer, Barry Simon, for sharing his experience and getting in front of the camera this time. Okay, it's break time again. We will have more high-flying fun for you when we get back, so don't go away.
So when you think about the history of a Manhattan cocktail, right? The lore that comes with it, one of the most important things as we think about it in this iconic city of Manhattan is what is a Manhattan? right? How do we make it? What is it about? And a really, really easy way to remember what a Manhattan is by the area code of Manhattan, right? So 212. So it's 2 parts of Woodford Reserve double oaked whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth, 2 dashes of bitters. If you can remember the area code, you're always gonna know how to make a quality Manhattan. So we're gonna start with 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. And we're gonna do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And then we're gonna use 2 ounces of Woodford Reserve's double oaked. Woodford Reserve Double Oak is the premium expression of our primary bourbon whiskey, the Distiller Select. This bourbon gets an additional 6 to 12 months in a couture barrel that has been aged for toasted with an additional 40 seconds of toast, which brings out these really nice sweet aromatic notes: caramel, toffee, hazelnut, cocoa, chocolate, and it just plays really, really well with the vermouth. And we're gonna stir to chill. We have these beautiful glasses, these coupes from Baccarat that we're going to use today. When you pour it out, take your time. There's always a question of what garnish, right? Do I use a lemon? Am I using cherries? In my world, I say you can absolutely use both. So what I'll do is take a lemon and a channel knife. And all this is a tool that when you give it a twist, it actually expresses the oils out over the cocktail. So I'm going to get all the citric notes over the top. And then what I'm going to actually garnish with, we have Woodford Reserve bourbon cherries. So I've got 3 of those that I'll sit on the side here, and that will serve as my garnish. We would always say 1 for health, wealth, and happiness. And it's always a nice little treat when you've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and enjoy.
Welcome back. On the west side of Manhattan, there's a new real estate development that's making waves. The whole development is not yet fully completed, but the construction has been in progress for the last 10 years. When it's finally completed, it will be another impressive New York landmark. This 28-acre real estate development in Chelsea features some great attractions: green space, office buildings, a hotel, huge multi-level mall, and a breathtaking, one-of-a-kind glass floor balcony. Callie will enlighten us.
Breathtaking. That is the only word I have to describe what I saw.
Spectacular view I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, I've been to the World Trade Center, the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Freedom Tower. I have never in my life seen a view of New York City the way I did in Hudson Yards at the Edge.
Wow.
It was incredible. And they had, above the observation deck, there was a restaurant, and people were literally dining with this incredible view.
Oh, I need a reservation there.
Only imagine what it looks like at nighttime. You can also go and pay a little bit extra money to watch the sunset.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and they have 2 bars up there as well. Everybody was drinking, sitting on this grand staircase, just overlooking the most spectacular view one will see in their entire life.
Okay, so next up, some of the most intense parties in the city are silent discos, produced by Quiet Events. The parties feature 3 DJs, illuminated headsets, and are usually held in beautiful and unique settings. We sent a crew to capture some pickup shots at one event held at 230 Fifth Rooftop. Check this out.
I'll be glad it's on camera.
Ooh.
Wow. They really do illuminate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks like a lot of fun.
It's interesting to watch it without being able to hear what they're listening to. I want to see people dancing at different speeds. There we go. People
That
singing
is
along.
so funny.
Different lyrics.
A more fun alternative to regular clubbing, I suppose.
Going to a club? Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, my least favorite part of going to a club is having to talk to people.
Yeah.
So this is great because you can just go in your own world and do your thing and do it for yourself and not have to deal with
This is like
people
meant for
trying to
antisocial
talk.
people too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Moving right along, we have what we call our Discover a New Drink segment. This is where we feature a special drink. Some of you might be looking for your next signature social drink, so maybe we can help you. Summer went to the Mondrian Hotel to try one of their special house drinks.
Hey there, I am so glad you could make it. Today we are at the Mondrian Terrace, which is located at the rooftop of the Mondrian New York Park Avenue Hotel. In a few minutes, I'm gonna talk to the bartender about the house drink here. I'm so excited.
You look like a drink.
Yeah, this place was fabulous.
Wow. You look great.
Thank you. That's the bartender, Bernard. He was lovely.
We have to find out what his hours are.
Yeah,
Go when he's
yeah,
there
we do.
again.
Hey, Bernard, how are you?
Great.
Excellent. Well, I feel like I already know you, if I'm honest, because I hear you're the guy that's gonna lift our spirits.
No, nice. Yes, absolutely. Today we're gonna make for you one of the Mondrian Terrace's specialty drinks. It's called It's About Time. It's a thyme-infused gimlet. Really delicious. So I'm gonna take you through the whole process.
Excellent, let's do it.
When I first started bartending, one of my mentors told me that you always start with the cheap stuff. So you start with a little bit of ice, and then you take a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of the thyme-infused simple syrup. This is so if you mess up in the meantime, you don't use the liquor, because liquor's more expensive than the actual like juices. And then we're gonna use a little bit of pear liqueur.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing. It really helps with our Bombay Sapphire gin. You can use any gin. You can use Hendrick's, you can use Bruckman's, you can use anything you like. Empress gin might be a cool color combination, but I like Bombay Sapphire because it's a little bit more herbal and herbaceous and finishes a little clean with all the other sweet ingredients that we have going on here.
Awesome, love it.
Yeah, let's do it. And now my favorite part, we're gonna shake it all together.
Shake it,
Yeah, just a little bit for summer. All right, so the way you know you've shaken this enough is when you open it up here and you see this awesome froth that's here.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, we'll show you guys in just a second. Here we go. Let's pour it out.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
it's just perfect for a summer day. You can smell it too.
Gorgeous.
There you go. It's very herbaceous, especially with the thyme essence in there as well. And then we'll put a little lime in there to float on top, and you have it. She's gonna taste it and tell you what it is.
Ooh, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's delicious. This is one of the best drinks I've ever had.
Oh, appreciate it.
Really refreshing, really light. I feel like I'm on a tropical island somewhere.
And it finishes
instead of
on
in the
time,
middle
right?
of Manhattan. Yes, it
Got that
totally
time essence in
finishes
there as
on
well.
time. Ooh, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna finish this.
Oh, that's what we like here at the Mondrian Terrace.
Of course. Well, Bernard, thank you so much for the drink and for your hospitality.
Oh, you're welcome. Come on by anytime. We're here for you all summer.
You bet. So the thing that really stuck with me about the It's About Time drink is how smooth it was, just how light and refreshing and truly delightful it was. I think you ladies would really enjoy it.
Okay.
Very classy. It has no overpowering taste. It's a really mellow and mild sort of sensation as it, hits the back of your throat. I did try to make it at home, didn't go over so well, so I will definitely be leaving that
Gotta
one.
leave it to the experts.
Yes.
Next up is a horse and buggy ride through Central Park, courtesy of Central Park Carriage Tours.
Horsepower, 80-inch rims, plush seats, retractable roof, economically and environmentally friendly machine that just runs on hay and water. What more could you want? Well, there's one more thing. It also comes with your very own chauffeur. I just want to give a big thank you to Central Park Carriage Tours because I had the most amazing evening. Ebo, the personal caretaker of this beautiful carriage, and that majestic horse named Nico, took me on a carriage ride at sunset around Central Park. It was phenomenal. I saw things I've never seen before, and I've been in New York for a while. I learned things that I had no idea about before either. And honestly, that was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, and let's do it again. It was really fun.
That's great.
So you made friends with the horse?
I did. I wanted to take him home, but I already have a horse. Just kidding. I have a St. Bernard, but it might as well be a horse. But yeah.
There's a little bit of controversy around the carriage rides.
Yeah, and I'm a huge animal lover, so it was nice to hear from Ebo how they do take care of the horses. The horses get 2 to 3 paid vacations every year in a
As we
farm.
all should.
Yeah, in a farm upstate.
You hear that?
And the cops will come out if it's too hot or if it's too cold. They have set temperatures that the horses cannot work, and also they don't make the horses work after a certain age because they want them to enjoy their lives.
Retire in peace.
Yeah.
That's great.
And what were these sites that you said you saw that you've never seen in New York City before? Where'd they take you?
I saw one of the original carousels, and I
Wow.
saw where they filmed Home Alone, the Pigeon Lady's Bench.
Iconic.
Of course. And some other things. I saw Lady Gaga's apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. So that was pretty cool.
So Ebo knew all these New York facts. You
Yep.
can only find out from doing this tour.
Yep.
Very
a whole
cool.
bunch of, Central Park is pretty big. There's
Sounds
a lot
like
of history.
A really romantic thing to
It
do.
is so romantic. Also, I just felt like royalty on there.
Cinderella.
Yeah, I felt so important riding in that carriage. People waving at me. I felt like the whole world was watching me.
Aw.
Yeah, more men should propose to their girlfriends on a carriage ride in Central Park.
You heard that here first, everyone. Propose to your girlfriends. And if you want some help, do it on a carriage ride. Okay, so last but not least, we have jet skiing in New York Harbor, courtesy of New York Harbor Jet Ski. I'm going to let Callie tell you about this one.
Yeah, so after the horse and buggy carriage ride, I had a change of scenery and I went and did the jet skiing event, which let's just say it was the complete opposite in terms of adrenaline compared to the horse carriage ride and stuff. I can't even begin to tell you, riding the waves in that scenery in Manhattan will probably never be duplicated. And that was the most amazing experience of my life. I'm excited for this. Check this box, please. just got off a jet ski because I was jet skiing in the Hudson River, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I can't even begin to tell you. My adrenaline is just like going. I can't even speak right now. Oh man, I love it.
This has been an incredible evening. I speak for everyone associated with the show when I say it's been a pleasure being with you this evening. This was the first of hopefully many more episodes to come. We hope you enjoyed our program, and we look forward to seeing you again.